All right, you ready? Welcome to Rare Whiskey Friday, where oh, Jesus. We're gonna drink some.
No, you have to go through the thing.
No, you're gonna drink some.
No, you did it.
Probably can't get it.
You did it really well.
No, you can't.
Everybody's super proud of you.
Everyone can't figure it.
You crushed
We're gonna
it.
go through a couple of some whiskeys. You can't get them big, sometimes big, and then thanks for the bottle, and you're welcome. You can't start the video with passing gas and expect me to be on my game. You just can't do it. The moment's over. The moment's over.
We're waiting for you to do the introduction for the Rare Whiskey Friday.
So I will tell you this.
Wait. We have to explain what Rare Whiskey Friday is.
I just did.
You did a horrible job.
No, it's totally.
It was so bad.
No, it's totally accurate. I was on the money.
We'll wait.
So Carmen Keller
No,
and John Rosenbalm sent the whiskey we've already reviewed. My favorite bourbon of 20.
I do have a good shot.
That's really funny. No. Wait for it. I was trying to see if I could contribute.
I'm out. It's too far. You've gone too far. I'm done.
It's the worst start to Rare Whiskey Friday ever. All right. So remember doing Starlight Bourbon Sherry Cask finished? That was my favorite bourbon of 2020 probably.
Okay.
It ended up on special shelves. So they sent this. I was like, oh man, we already did that one. Except it says on the side, for the express use of Chancellor Whittington. What?
Hold on. Who wrote this?
What?
Who wrote this?
What?
Who wrote this?
Carmen Keller and John Rosenbalm.
Carmen Keller and John Rosenbalm.
Yeah, but they sent you a good one too.
Well, this is something.
You have to
just
share
for me?
it.
Is it,
No.
No.
It's for the vault.
What? The actual.
Well, if you
it's not,
were a
it's not-
nicer person.
It's not what the. It's what the actual.
Yeah. If you were a nicer person, maybe someone would send you gifts. Brendan Kite sent you a gift. Mitch sent you gifts. Mitch Waddle.
Yeah. I remember that being a giant box of dicks.
Yeah.
All shapes and sizes. Some
Yeah.
consumables, some
not. Yeah. Okay, so John and Dani Mueller sent, who are now patron saints. This bottle makes them patron saints. Sent us one of my all-time favorite things, which is the annual blend created by the 4 distilleries. Right? Called the 4 Kings blend.
Uh-huh. So
they're patron saint. John and Dani Mueller.
Yeah, it's just cute.
No, that's not the same people who sent me the Starlight bottles.
That's not
These are different people.
These are different people.
These are real different people.
I'm still just really. I have feelings. I couldn't say it with a straight face.
You can't. You really can't. So John,
I don't have feelings.
Yeah, John and Dani Mueller have now become patron
John
saints.
and Dani Mueller, you patron saint of whiskey.
Ooh, I think we got the same tone. That's new. I think they're off by like a 16th.
My
but
hand is moist.
Why would you keep touching it? What are you doing?
It's like almost, I got to swing it around.
Jeez.
I don't want to shortchange them. It's like a, look at that. Can you see the moisture?
I can see the
You
moisture
see the
actually.
light?
Oh, it's terrible.
Right.
Okay, it's just like your shirt. Day's party with him.
Here you go.
No, Jesus. All right. Keep in mind, Brendan Kite also brought one of these, but this one's like 4 months old, and this one is a week old. So he's a benevolent bastard for this one instead of a Titan.
You just roll the thing. It's fine.
Okay. So this is exciting because the last time it was, I can't remember what last year's blend was. We have it over there somewhere. This year's blend is all malt whiskey blended from the 4 distilleries. That's Corsair, Few Spirits, Journeyman, and Mississippi River Distilling Company, aged in ex-Islay barrels.
Those are all very interesting things.
Yeah.
I like those distilleries.
Yeah. Remember they blended from the 4.
Yeah.
All malt.
And then Islay barrels. That's interesting.
Yeah. So this should be malt whiskey.
Oh, you know what this is?
Islay barrel aged or finished.
Like a tobacco note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like my granddad's car. He was a smoker. You'd sit in his car, like the cushions in the car, you'd sit down and you get like this tobacco smoky smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get like this sweeter, earthier,
Yeah.
a little bit of salt in there.
And then the grain is in the background, but it's really subdued.
Yeah, that is really interesting and nice. It's a special thing, right? This is a unique thing. This is like an interesting coloring outside the lines whiskey.
You know what's cool about this is I've always loved Few and I've always loved Corsair, and we've always liked what we got from Journeyman. Remember, Journeyman sent us all like the corset whips and buggy like all that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
I'd never heard of Mississippi River. I think we had done a couple of other things, but I hadn't really looked into it until I started seeing these blends. Yeah. And the fact that they were involved in something so cool made me go back and check out Mississippi River again.
That is a super cool project. I love the nose.
And I love that they do it every year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ooh, whoa.
Wow.
I wonder if what Corsair brought to the table was their smoked one.
That's heavy-handed.
That's so smoky.
So heavy-handed. And oily and clingy.
But this is not Islay smoky.
Well, the only gleamings of Islay that I was getting, that kind of smokiness, was like this earthiness on the nose. Mm-hmm. You have the earthiness and a little bit of salt, and you can trace that back to a lot of different Islay bottles.
Yeah, but this peat...
But on the taste...
This is either Highland peat, right, like Baird's peated malt, or there's like wood burning involved in this.
I was attributing, that earthiness, that traces salt on the nose to the barrel.
To the finish? I don't know that I think peated malt went into this too.
You think, in addition
I think they doubled down.
Okay.
I don't
because
think
the
that
barrel,
level of peat.
No. The barrel wouldn't deliver all of that, but it's the specific smoke notes I was getting on the nose. Basically, the taste is so much more concentrated and intense than what the nose was leading me to believe.
The nose seems light and approachable and a little smoky, like a distant smoke.
And just a really interesting angle, a new kind of like funky experiment of things that there's a lot of whiskey drinkers that love those distilleries and those types of
You know what I like
categories.
about this? I like that Corsair's triple smoke always tasted like something that I would like if it wasn't so aggressive.
Yeah.
Right? And this is reminding me of their triple smoke, but tamped down a little.
Okay.
And I kind of like that.
Well, and to say this is tamped down, that's pretty funny.
It's not. Like if you go straight into this, your first taste is going to be like, whoa! Mm-hmm. They just hit all the peat heads right in the mouth. A little water.
And there's like a furniture polish element to that too. Yeah. Wow.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be first impressions.
Oh.
So I couldn't help it though, because that one's just so freaking cool. This one is from, you can't use that glass again. This one is from a rep, Clayton Mendel.
I can't use my mouth again.
But here's the thing. Clayton is the head distiller.
Yeah.
But he bought this with his own money and mailed it to us. So he's a rep. He's got financial interest. So he did say in his note, cue crickets.
Cue crickets.
He watches it. He knows what's going on.
So he knows what's...
He knows what he did.
What's going down. Town. Charlie Brown. Smell. Flick the tip.
It's whiskey, it's rye.
Yeah. All right, what do we got?
68% rye, 16% barley, 16% corn.
Okay.
Distilled, aged, everything themselves. This is
50.3 ABV.
Yeah, this is Mammoth Lakes, California.
Okay.
So they're way up at 7,600 feet.
You know
right?
what? I gotta get some distance from this.
Ooh.
From this first pour. That should have been the last pour, man.
Yeah, I didn't know it was smoked. It definitely should have been the last pour.
Good Lord. Okay.
But this is not what I was expecting from a rye.
That's why I had to jump to like the water to get some distance. That's a butterscotch nose from it. Mm-hmm. Is that a butterscotch for you?
It is way more. It's the most butterscotch rye I've ever smelled.
Yeah. You don't typically get a lot of butterscotch coming out of rye.
I wonder if that's because of the higher
malt?
malt and corn.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that more than most rye noses, but remember, I'm not a rye fan, so I might have just found a rye I prefer. Let's hope the taste measures up.
Butterscotch and vanilla cream. Mm-hmm. That's the nose.
Oh my gosh. It's still vanilla cream.
Wow.
It's all the rye herbal coated in vanilla cream.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I like it.
Oh, I know how that happened. Oh my gosh, it just connected. He said in his notes, they're going in at 110. They're doing a low barrel entry proof.
Oh, so tell people what this does.
Okay, so what happens...
Because you have the proof of what goes in the bottle.
Holy crap.
What goes into the bottle is very often different than the proof that they're putting into a barrel.
Yeah, so they will take it off the still, anywhere from 125 maximum down to 120, 115.
125 in the States is the maximum.
In the States is the maximum, yeah. And if you just go straight into a barrel like in most Kentucky bourbon, it's going to be at the maximum 125. You lower your loss because your water is lower. This is so fast. But if you do a lower proof entry, under 115, over 115, you pull barrel tannins and wood notes.
Yeah.
Under 115, around 110, you start pulling wood sugars from the barrel.
Right.
And we started putting our malt in the barrels all at 110. And 8 months in, all of our malt tastes like a butterscotch candy, like a Werther's Original.
Yeah.
Now, the Liquors Brothers said they get the same thing. They're also doing lower proofs and lower proof entries.
The Iron
Root.
Yeah.
They also hit this butterscotch explosion around the 8 to 12 month mark.
Yeah.
And then eventually, if you let it sit long enough, that subdues and other things come forward. But this is the most...
And there is, so in addition to like the butterscotch and the vanilla cream, it's not herbal, it's not earthy. There is something that gives it character beyond just those sweet notes. Like an underlying layer of...
This is atypical rye. It does
grassy.
have...
I want to say grassy.
Yeah, it does have the grassy herbal notes.
Yeah.
But they're surrounded by that vanilla cream sweetness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry we have to move on because I think I would drink that rye before any...
And I honestly think that
other rye
really tastes and feels like a pot still whiskey.
Yeah, it does.
That much flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're using a pot still. But,
I have no idea, but just tastes like it.
Okay, Cask and Crew. This is weird. I'm not sure what this is, but this was sent as a gift from Ryan Butler, who's a patron saint.
Ryan Butler, your patron saint of whiskey.
You get a ding off of that?
Ding.
No, you don't. You just get a thud.
Ding. Oh,
that's the hardest part of your head right there.
I know. That's where you headbutt people.
Yeah.
You don't use your face.
No. Oh, God, no.
Yeah. Whenever I headbutt. No, do your earring. How many earrings do you have? 2? All right.
Are you still asking that question?
Dude, I don't look at you. I don't think about you. I don't listen to you.
Yeah. I can't even remember your name. Yeah, every time we shoot an episode, I wait for you to say, and I'm Daniel, so that I can remember what your name is.
I'm often startled. I'll just be drinking a lovely whiskey. It's like, oh,
what are you doing here?
Let the fucking hobbit in here.
Oh, geez, what was that? Don't pour around the sticker.
Don't pour it over the paper.
Yeah, okay. So this is a company that is like a food beverage group that they sourced a...
Hold on. Because usually, you get some of the whiskey on your hands.
Yeah.
It unlocks a lot of flavors. This is the weirdest thing. It's the first time I've ever gotten whiskey on the hands, and there's nothing here.
Just ethanol.
There's nothing
It smells
here.
like ethanol.
I'm getting no notes. That's what it's like. One of the ways to
It
unlock.
smells muddy.
Yeah, I'm getting like my hand. It smells like my hand.
That is bizarre. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you want to know why, probably? This is a blend of Canadian rye, which we don't know what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean it's all rye.
Okay.
It could just be corn and right.
Yeah.
And then 49% corn whiskey from Kentucky.
Okay.
So it's a blend of 51% Canadian rye, 3-year-old, and then
Is this a
49% corn whiskey.
Is this a low proof? It's a 49%. Oh, no. What's the proof? It smells like a...
It's going to be low.
Yeah, it's a 40% ABV.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is a beverage company that sourced these things, mixed them together, and then they released them.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Because on the nose, I'm getting a boring, light Canadian. It's the tiniest little thread of herbal, but it's mostly that thin caramel vanilla Canadian.
It reminds me, honestly, of the Kesslers a little bit.
Okay. So far on the nose, nothing to write home about. Man, like my wife was going to, she went to like a birthday party for one of her friends at this fancy place, and they don't let me in. But one of the guys there, he's in the whiskey scene. He's like whiskey. He's marketing for some whiskey brands over in California or something.
Oh.
And he started his own brand. And he's like, man, I made these guys a ton of money. And then I realized, this is really easy. You source some things, you slap on a label, and you can sell a shit ton of it.
Yeah.
And you can sell a shit ton of it.
And sourcing's cheap.
And sourcing is cheap. So in terms of, the people that are getting into the whiskey scene because they see an opportunity to make some money.
Yeah.
Like you
source.
You source and you slap labels on it, and you go for really sweet, simple palates, low proofs. That means you can spread the product out. So on one hand, as whiskey enthusiasts, it's not exciting. But whenever people are doing it as a business and they're going in with eyes wide open and they're not trying to be anything beyond that,
right.
It's like fucking hell, man. I mean,
Blend,
it's not my type of thing. I don't like it, but I respect the game that you're playing as long as you're being transparent on the label.
Yeah, if we really wanted to make a crap ton of money, we would never have bought a still or started distilling.
Oh, no.
There's no money in it.
No. Yeah, see what I mean? It's just, it's that, like a little bit of the artificial, a little bit of metallic vanilla. You've had that Canadian a dozen times before.
Oh, it tastes vaguely whiskey-like.
That is so watery.
It tastes like a whiskey that's already been watered down.
Yeah, it tastes like you put ice in a Canadian, it watered down the Canadian, like a budget Canadian, and then you let it warm back up to room temperature, and then you drank it. You drank it as a neat pour.
Yeah, see, it took a cask strength Canadian, watered it down with ice a little too far.
I'm saying you take a 40% Canadian.
And then watered it down.
And then watered it down.
Yeah, but it's got a little bit of an ethanol burn, though.
You're just weak.
All it watered down was the whiskey flavor.
You're just weak constitutionally is what I'm talking about.
Is that what it is?
Weak
I don't believe in the Constitution.
What?
I don't know why I added that in there. How do you...
Bucket list.
There. Oh, I thought that was the tab.
That's
it
a
was
clever
not.
name. Bucket list whiskey.
I think this is another one of those things.
Oh,
right?
like we were just talking about?
Yeah, basically.
But it says Solera. Is that a thing?
It's, this is Dani Boy. Actually, these guys seem cool. This is Dani Boy Brewery in Indiana, Carmel, Indiana.
Yeah.
And it's, hey, it worked. Is it a screw top?
Do you need me to help you?
It's not. It was just getting caught in there.
Surprise!
Okay.
Maker's Mark let him do red.
I know. Well, there's no drip. That's how you get away with it.
Okay.
Anyway, so these guys are a brewery. And then they started getting into whiskey and spirits.
Okay.
This is a Solera aged whiskey, which means they've got their tank. They dump the new stuff in with the old stuff, let it keep aging. They barrel periodically.
Okay.
So there's no age statement. And notice it's not actually called, it's called crafted from grain, right? Solera aged whiskey, 45%. It's not a specific category, bourbon, rye, anything like that, because you can't be with what they're doing.
So it's like a really thin bourbon for me. Mm-hmm. Like a thin classic bourbon.
Yeah, with a Jolly Rancher cherry.
You going Jolly Rancher?
You're going
You're going
Jolly Rancher? Yeah.
I'm going the cherry hard candy with a little bit of that vanilla creamy center.
Oh, I've never had one of those.
Neither have I.
Oh, you know what is like that is the Loudon's cherry cough drops.
Yeah, I almost said cough drop, but it's not quite.
It's not
medicinal enough.
No, it's not. But dude, same thing, but more sweet. This hits down the same path as this.
Well,
but there's more character to this.
Yes, what this is with the Canadian, this is with bourbon.
Yeah.
But it does add a bit more character than what this was bringing to the table with the Canadian.
Just a bit.
It's still watery, but bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you can find a lot of those flavors in some of the budget bourbons out there.
What a great mixer that would be.
You know what? The fact that they got that name is really annoying to me.
Bucket list?
Yeah, it's a good name.
Yeah, it's a good name.
Yeah. All right.
That's
it. So next time, just do a little research.
I did do the research.
Just do a little research. That's all I'm saying.
I did. I didn't realize it was. I thought it was Islay finished only. I didn't realize that there was peated malt in it from the start.
Because I'm going to be tasting this in the morning.
I know.
The thing was so intense. Here's the fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, a fight for a friend.
Steal, may you steal your liver.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.